Hello everybody, out and about for Friday's vlog. Look, it's not a secret that the organisation is giving some thought to our future estate, to the kind of accommodation that everybody who works at our organisation deserves to have. I happen to be here today in Rotherham looking at some opportunities with many of our care group colleagues, and the kind of calibre of building we're looking at, I think, is a transformation from where we've been as Ardash over the recent past. In North Lincolnshire, there's some hard work gone on, and we're in the last knockings, as it were, of potentially taking on space in the Elizabeth Quarter, of which there is an image on the screen. And that's right at the heart of a redevelopment of Scunthorpe, bringing public amenities together, but also making sure that there are some fantastic shops and eateries to support both living and working. Very much the same vision here in Rotherham. I'm at the Riverside building in the middle of town. Over my left shoulder is the new Forge Island development the council and partners are rightly proud of. We're working with Rotherham Council at the moment on the social value portal, looking to make sure that the pound we spend is spent locally. The other thing, of course, about doing this work is we look at how we can bring services that are in different care groups together, whether that's our neurodiversity services for adults, our children's services, talking therapies, colleagues working across our patch on learning disabilities, and then our 3 individual care groups for adult mental health services. So look out for a sense of teams coming together within space, but also look out for a sense of working how we make sure that space really supports appropriate clinical consulting environments and MDT rooms. Even some of our recent developments, maybe 1 or 2 of our ward developments, we haven't necessarily got that MDT space right. This is a bit of a teaser because there'll be a lot more about this in the new year. But between now and then, of course, we have got the Christmas period. I know Diwali's just finished. I wanted to highlight 3 things about the Christmas period. The first is our traditional reverse Advent project. There's all sorts of details on the screen of what you might be able to contribute to that, but it's really important to understand that this is about giving rather than receiving, and it's a really important part of Ardash to reach deep into our communities and offer support to people on a non-stigmatising basis. The second thing, our friends at People Focus Group, PFG, are doing exactly the same thing. They're both looking for donations, and they are going to be supporting with gifts in our communities and potentially to patients in our ward environments who might be a little bit isolated. So there's a second opportunity for you to make your contribution. You must have some things you want to give, whether that's on the basis of donating foodstuffs, whether that's on the basis of warm clothes, or potentially children's toys. Thirdly, and maybe this is the least important, but it's a new thing, you will now be able to claim, if you're a department or a ward or a team, up to 40 quid for Christmas decorations. And that's because we're running our first annual Ardash Christmas decoration judging contest. There are 4 prizes up for grabs. There's something like the most imaginative, the most traditional, and just the best. There's a group of Christmas elves, which might include myself, who will go out and about spreading chocolates, but also judging who are our 4 prize winners. So details in Trust Matters of how to get involved in that. Details too of how to claim your 40 quid back through cashiers. We really want to make that 2-week Christmas period an opportunity to give into our communities, but also to make sure that everybody who is with us through the Christmas period, either working or perhaps especially as a patient, has a sense of Christmas coming in from the cold and into the environments that we are working within. I hope that's welcome where you are, and Infection Control approved this message. Thanks ever so much for listening to me. It is International Learning Disability Nursing Day today, so Rachel Deakin would stretch my arm if I didn't acknowledge that. If you work in that particular discipline, have an absolutely fantastic Friday. Talk to you next week. Cheers.